This is our history lesson for today. Please get your history reader for this lesson. We will be reading page 109 and completing the lesson for the work text, page 107. We're going to talk about Phillis Wheatley. Listen as I talk about Phillis Wheatley. Phillis Wheatley was born in about 1753 or 1754. We don't really know. She was taken from her family in Africa and sold as a slave in Boston when she was about 8 years old. The Wheatley family bought her to be their personal slave in their family. Let's think about that. Some of you are 8 years old. How would you feel if you were taken from your family, taken from your friends, and everyone you knew, and now you had to live somewhere different? You didn't speak the language, and you didn't know anyone there. Take a moment to think about that. Now, let's begin reading page 109 in your history reader. A few families in New England owned slaves. Phillis Wheatley was a slave in the home of the Wheatley family in Boston. Unlike many slaves, Phillis Wheatley got an education. She learned to read and write. God had given her skill in writing poems. When she was only 19, she published some of her poems. Phillis Wheatley lived more than 100 years after Anne Bradstreet. Remember her? We talked about her in the last lesson. Let's continue. She was the first African American woman, Phillis Wheatley to publish a book of poems. Now, let's compare the two poets. Read along with me as I compare them. Anne Bradstreet. She was from England. She lived in the 1600s. She came to the New World as a free woman. Now let's look at Phillis Wheatley. She was from Africa. She lived in the 1700s, and she came to the New World as a slave. Now let's compare the two women. They both lived in Boston. They were both educated. They both liked to write poems. They both wrote about God, and they both published books. Now, I would like you to complete the work text, page 107. After you've completed the work text, page 107, take a screenshot of your work and send it to me by email, text, Class Dojo, or through Google Classroom. I will create an assignment for this. When you have sent it to me, you may answer the question, I have completed my work text, page 107. If you've sent me the picture, I will enter in your points for your grade. Now, a little extra information. On the assignment, all you will do is check off the box that says I've completed my work text, page 107. Then click Submit. I will see that along with the picture that you sent by email, text, Class Dojo, or through Google Classroom, and I will enter your grade. I hope that makes everything easy for us and that we're able to get something out of this lesson. Enjoy and happy learning!